Welcome. Grand new moon in Aquarius to all. For some, depending on which system you follow, is Capricorn for you. Wherever you are, grand new Slate. Give you all a few to receive the notification. Oh, yes. Say yes to the adventure, honey. Say yes. Say yes. All you gotta do is say yes. That's what you said. Where is mix I was playing yesterday? All praise is due to the Most High Source. All that is 118. Yes. New moon in Aquarius, which will be exact once it approaches 20 degrees. 20 degrees in 40 minutes. 2040. Some of you have been seeing that because this is definitely a moment for you. Okay? To step into new projects, especially those that you've been holding yourself back from because you're focused on what will people think. It's 246 right now in time, and what will people think is none of your business, because the only will you're in control of is yours, which has to do with your choices. The only choices you're in control of are yours, and what will the people that's their choice, but you just don't let that affect you. So just mind your business here. This new moon in Aquarius is going to bring forth emotional freedom. Also, you may be deciding if being in a group is easier for you to understand what it is that you feel, along with releasing yourself from emotions such as fear, anger, and jealousy. Now, this here new moon, okay, 20 degrees is the third decan of Aquarius, and that's the Seven of Swords in Tarot, which is also connected to the moon in Aquarius. Hold up, what? Oh, I just saw this ad and I thought it's H&M ad. It looked, thought that was someone I knew. Give me 1 second here. $4:58 Central Time. Okay. Literally 2 hours and 10 minutes away from the exact point of the new moon. Let's see who we have in here before we get started. Welcome. Oh, that 424 don't be playing though. Embracing your uniqueness is going to bring forth rewards. So, in order to step into your uniqueness, you will be connecting more with your intention. Let's look at that word. Let's look at Intention. Let's look at intention. I keep hearing that song. All you gotta do is say yes. What are you saying yes to? And what do you have to begin to say no to? Let me cut this. In order to set those boundaries, so you can connect to your unique nature. Because until you set those boundaries, you will allow others' thoughts and feelings to intervene with your choice. It says here, intention is one's purpose with regard to courtship and marriage. Intentions. Intent has to do with purpose, goal. It says here, attention, application. The Latin word intentus, intentos, a stretching out. So, as far as intention, what you decide to do should be in relation to your purpose. Now, if we look at this from a natal chart standpoint, that will be your north node. The south node, the tail, assists you with feeding that head. Completing the cycle here. So the tail, which is your south node, helps you with your north node in terms of skills that you have refined in that energy of the south node. Why, when I just got onto this live, my Saturn finger is itching. Now 20 degrees connects to Scorpio. Scorpio has to do with transformation, the genital area, death, rebirth, breaking through sensitive psychological aspects that may be preventing you from your intention, your purpose. So this new moon in Aquarius at 20 degrees is connecting to the third decan once again, which is the moon's energy, which has to do with emotions in connection to memories as it relates to Aquarius. Emotions connected to memories when it comes to where have you experienced harmony, but more so from a standpoint of its polar opposite. Where did you expect, based on your intention, to receive or be in amongst a group that is harmonious? With it being at 20 degrees, beautifully so, a Scorpion degree, this clean slate, new moon in Aquarius, is allowing you to step into the transformative nature of who you are once you've recognized what type of energy you were giving certain memories as it relates to social groups, also connects to the word friends, where you allow yourself to be the humanitarian, where you allow yourself to be eccentric, even amongst a group. So therefore, this is why and receiving reward of completing this lesson. I can see where that's happening here with this Saturn finger. The moon's polar opposite energy is Saturn. Okay. With the moon's energy, your subconscious mind, what's within your subconscious mind that you may not be aware of that's coming to the surface now? And this is where your feelings are so powerful, in a sense of it guiding you towards, okay, this is in alignment, this is a distraction, or this is just not in alignment, just not to call it something that it may not even be so much a distraction, because certain things that are not on your timeline may not necessarily be a distraction. It could just be, it's just not on your timeline. Because a distraction is more so, it's reached a point where you have 11:11 on a timer, engaged with the frequency, and it's taking you away from what it is that you're doing. All right, source. Can you, okay, before we keep going here, can we get to what I was listening to? This was a vibe. Was it this one? Was this one? Was this one? Okay. So yeah. If you are an Aries rising, this new moon in Aquarius will be in the 11th house, which rules Aquarius of social groups, being social groups, being the humanitarian, also having to do with the arts, cosmic network from a social standpoint with other people, but also speaking of other star systems. As we do know, Aquarius is the star energy. Taurus rising, new moon in Aquarius in your 10th house of public recognition and rewards, your career structure, traditions. I'm also getting with that energy, being released from limitations because you're ready to take on responsibility. Gemini rising, you have new moon in Aquarius in your 9th house of higher education as it relates to your philosophy, integrity, and your divine power, the God goddess version of yourself. Cancer rising, you have a new moon in Aquarius in the 8th house of death, rebirth, transformation, deep intense emotions, the sharing of resources. Leo rising, you have new moon Aquarius in your 7th house of partnerships, balance, growth through confrontation, through experiencing partnerships with open enemies or parts of you that are in balance for you to regain your vitality and life force. Virgo, as I'm looking at the word Virgo, it's showing me kings. Okay. Virgo rising, you have the new moon in Aquarius in your own house. Ain't that something? Virgo rising, you have the new moon in Aquarius in your 6th house of habits, routine, health. I'm getting you coming up with inventing new ideas as it relates to health here. Libra rising, you have the new moon in Aquarius in your 5th house of love, romance, doing the things, creating the things that you enjoy from that innocence type of vibes. This could also have to do with children as well. Now, why am I getting Starseed child for you, Libra rising? Scorpio rising, you have the new moon in Aquarius in your 4th house of your roots, your ancestors, your home, childhood, the mother, the essence of being nurtured, where you can mother yourself and grow from lessons that you have experienced as far as, missing certain aspects or feeling as though you were missing certain aspects as it relates to you being nurtured while you were being raised. Sagittarius rising, we have the new moon in Aquarius in your second house. Excuse me, third house. Capricorn, you have it in your second house. Sagittarius rising, you have the new moon in Aquarius in the third house of information, short trips, your neighborhood, learning from your local neighborhood. This could also have to do with siblings as well. Any form of media too. So you could be embarking Sagittarius on stepping outside of your comfort zone and actually getting on social media or any platform to bring out your uniqueness. Capricorn rising, you have the new moon Aquarius in your second house of assets, values, finances, emotional security that then becomes material security. So, you, beloved Capricorn rising, I'm getting trusting the wisdom of your body as to where to make investments when it comes to connecting with social groups and making sure that these groups that you are in connection to, you're able to be your independent, eccentric self. Aquarius rising, you have the new moon in your first house of your image, your vitality, your life force. So this is renewing the way you see yourself and also the way others see you, because you're seeing yourself in a much different light, seeing yourself as the star. Pisces rising, you have the new moon Aquarius in your 12th house of rehab, rejuvenation, and dreams, also spirituality. So, Pisces rising, you could be having these really strong connections and communications from other galaxies, the multiverse, the cosmos, your answer, whomever. Okay. You're having a lot more connections with those that you cannot see with your physical eye. Pisces rising, I really feel this too. It's new moon Aquarius. As far as you being unique, you won't be holding yourself back anymore. And Pisces, that's the legend. So I'm seeing y'all come out from behind the curtains now. Something about that. So yeah, let's see what's going on for everybody as a collective. Let me keep this here open. So if a sign or something comes out, I'll mention that house. Let's see. Let me shuffle this. All praises due to the Most High. Mama Universe and Papa Universe. If you are wanting to book a personal reading, view the description box, as well as to support the platform, the channel, the portal. Ashe. Shout out to the Pantera Soul members. Truly, truly, truly appreciate you all, for real. Let me... Welcome, Pantera Soul fam. Blessings and unconditional love to you, Alana. Pantera Soul fam. Greetings, beloved. Is this one? Greetings, beloved. You're in Kenya, okay. Ashe, Nairobi. Major shout out to Nairobi. I don't feel this was the big stuff. Let's see what the message is here. Surrender fear. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. That's a big one. For this to come out first, this is a big one. Yeah. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. joy and abundance. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. Basically, what this is saying is don't focus on what you don't want coming into your life. Focus more on what it is that you want to experience. And in doing that, all you really have to do is feel the energy of what it is that you are wanting to go towards. Let's say you're needing some form of a resource to take care of a certain situation. The feeling that you want to connect to is the liberation that you feel thereafter and what you allow yourself to do while you're in this state of liberation. Because that's the way you're going to attract the solution into your life, because you have to get on the timeline of it. So if your focus is on the fear, you're on the timeline of not receiving what it is that you're asking for. Okay. So surrender fear at the bottom of the deck. Surrender your need to always be right. And I'm seeing this more so as letting go of the attachments and outcome, the results and outcomes, which is also huge in terms of when you switch your energy into experiencing the liberation of something being resolved. Okay? Because this will put you in the space of when is it coming in? Not even so much when, but how is it coming in? It's if you just have moments where you are, experiencing a pause, view that as the hangman. It's a cosmic intervention for you to reconnect with source, where all is well. Nothing is missing. Divine health, divine wealth, loved ones, family, whomever, all is well. That's another thing too. Because it's very easy to get in a position in life where you may be hit with tower moment after tower moment. But in those situations, you're being asked to, as a tower would do, is to shift your mind. That's what the tower is. It's the lightning bolt of shifting your mind. So that way you can renew the structure, renew the body, transform the mind, going back to source, going back to the most heaved up space, heaven. Okay? So, come through, source. Come through. Welcome, Pantera Soul Fam, Evie, Ashe. Mm. Mm. Give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. Give others the gift of letting them be right. Give others the gift of letting them connect to their receptivity, connect to their intuition, right brain. Mm. Why is this cat in a jar? Okay, excuse me. Surrender fear so that way you can surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying, which is an insult to doing, to force the river. This would be the forcing of the river, would be forcing how something happens. That if you're not seeing it at the current moment, you're becoming discouraged. Now, courage is the solar plexus, also having to do with feeling. So if you're feeling discouraged, What other option are you giving the universe other than bringing more situations to add to that discouragement? So as soon as that feeling comes about, you can change it, but you have to stop yourself. This is why when y'all see me go about the way I go about in the chat at times, it's literally to exercise your power of choice, your power of decisions. So you can slow down and see where you are actually in control of what's coming into your life. This wasn't what I was listening to. Let me find what I was listening to. Give me 1 second. Okay. Dime a ver. That's the beauty of that Rider-Waite Seven of Swords card. Yeah, normally, found it. Normally, the Seven of Swords is a card of deception. Shaman Joe. Shaman Joe. Ashe. The Seven of Swords in that Rider-Waite. Notice the background of that card. Seven of Swords is a moon in Aquarius energy. The moon has to do with your subconscious. But the back of that Rider-Waite card is yellow. Golden. That's what they're showing me 311 as the main focal point in regards to this new moon in Aquarius energy. A clean slate from all of these situations as it relates to deception, envy, jealousy that leads to fear, anger, guilt, shame, and all these other things that literally block what the heart stands on. Surrender to miracles. And you see the dolphins here. And the purple, that indigo color of the crown chakra, which is the house of the pineal, pituitary. Asking you to surrender to the miracles that is brought forth through the bliss and the connection between the land of milk and honey. Now, every time that the Christ oil descends from your brain, the cerebrum, it descends into the root sacrum area. Hold on. They getting ready for yeah, spring, all right. The groundskeepers are out here, so yeah, it's spring, all right. Okay. Where was I? What was I even saying? Oh. That's around what, 314, 313? That's the 10 of cups. Tell you everything. So yeah, new moon in Aquarius is more so about you having a clean slate from you recognizing, where you have to step up for yourself and the changes you have to make in order for you to step into that unique nature. You know what I'm saying? As far as self, I've really allowed myself to, recognize where, when it comes to groups of people or connecting with other people, how fast I have to shift in my timeline. So, how fast I have to move about when it comes to connecting with people one on one, just on the personal level, especially with connecting with my spirit guides, ancestors, whomever from the cosmos, the galaxies of where I come from and what I'm here to do. Because I pick up on everything. I mean, everything. And not everything and everyone as they're experiencing certain situations, I am to protect or fully guide them out of it. Sometimes, it's more so about allowing people to go through their own situations. Because with that Kali nature, that old yacht energy, as far as the wolf as well, Sirius, it's one of those things where being a guide and really not expecting everyone to move in a way that you can see their entire layout as to where they can quantum leap situations. Not everybody is prepared to do all that a seer can pick up on to have those shifts. And along this journey, that's been one of my challenges, which allowed me to attain a lot more wisdom now. And with that being said, it's just one of those things where if you find yourself having to disconnect from certain energies or vibrations, doing it from a space where you accept why this is happening instead of just attaching without the acceptance of why it's happening. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a huge situation to handle, as far as where you are practicing the art of detachment to accept situations, and you may find yourself getting connected with people who are feeling as though that they're doing that, but when you're really doing that, you'll see the difference. You will really see the difference. It's not, I want to put this in other words, but you feel me. But yeah, it's when you say high priestess, hierophant, sovereignty, and that energy starts to download and upload. When they say be careful what you ask for, be careful what you wish for, that once you see, you can't unsee. Yeah. Because you become this transformative vessel, once again, that can absorb so much. Even from an observing standpoint, you can see so much. And with the nurturing instinct, you're going to want to jump right in and fix that. You know what I'm saying? 8803. Yeah. mm. Mm. Because here's an example of what I mean energetically when you're connecting with this sovereignty way of being. I mean, energy, the way energy is being read on, that's to each its own. But if I see a chakra card come out, I could read that energy from a higher perspective or a lower perspective. As you step fully into this sovereign way of being, that high priest, high priestess, more so master, and it's always evolving because you're always learning and teaching. So the mastery just continues to evolve, and then it just evolves at a much faster rate. You feel the responsibility of making sure, or you feel the responsibility that you're given, the ability to respond to whatever's in front of you, especially as a Sag. As a Sun and Mercury in Sag, on that degree of a royal star. This is why I tell people don't attach themselves to me, because there's certain ways I have to move. There's certain ways I have to move. Now people hear that and they say, yeah, okay, I can handle that, until they see it in full action and then want to get surprised. But that's also with most Sagittarius too. Rising, Sagittarius rising, I really feel for y'all, because that shit is on another level. But people feel as though that when you respond to something, that you're being irrational and it's out of the blue. No, you've been observing the situation the entire time. You know, this is the Sagittarius energy, ninth house frequency. And then look at, because everyone in here has Sagittarius, and Sagittarius has to do with the mantra, I see. That's your pineal gland. That's what lights up your body. Okay. And you all have that. You all have every sign in you. But when it comes to this energy, yes, this is the new moon in Aquarius. However, in order for you to see past the deception and envy, you have to transform these situations to transform yourself. Transform yourself by seeing where it is you are in these situations, by seeing where it is you are in these situations. It's not about blaming other people. Well, this person didn't give me that. They didn't give me this. No. What are you allowing? What is your intention? What is the intention? And what are you allowing? Because you may want to build a network, but then is that what's happening? Yeah, they jaw drop when they see what you meant by that. But yeah, surrender fear. That's a huge one. Because as long as you're not seeing what your intention is, you're going to allow other people to put their hands, their thoughts, and their feelings as to what decisions you make. Until you really take the moment to sit back and say, wait a minute, hold up. First of all, who am I? What is my intention? You know what I'm saying? So let's continue these surrender messages. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying, which is an insult to do it, to make everyone else happy. Because as you step further into your authoritative nature based on I am Aries, first house, after completing all of these cycles from the first house to the 12th house, you shouldn't be moving the same way. Because you can be in the 12th house right, of belief, and then go back into the 11th house instead of moving forward into the first house and repeating that cycle all over again. Because after that 11th house, you're going right back to Saturn. Instead of utilizing those lessons to show you what you truly know as it connects to your willpower, your power of choice. Polar opposite of Aquarius is Leo. Solar plexus, your soul. You know what I'm saying? In most cases, people step back into a cycle because one hasn't accepted, one, your greatest ability to respond, responsibility, and accountability. Doesn't matter how you what your parents did. Let me tell you something. If some of y'all got issues with your parents and you're still blaming them for certain things, or you're still holding this type of emotion or feelings towards why did this happen to me? Let me ask you something. When you on a date with your lover, your parents ain't there. When you in school, your parents ain't there. When you go to whatever function you go to, your parents ain't there. So you're choosing, okay, to relive this situation of what happened in the past. So now, instead of you being in the timeline that you're in the right now, the present moment, your focus is somewhere in the past of a time frame that expired. That's hell. That's exactly what hell is. When you put yourself in a position, okay, or a space and time that physically no longer exists, it's just in your memory bank, though. And now this is where your subconscious can trick you. What is the moon's energy? The moon placement in your chart. Emotions connected to memories. You want to connect with your subconscious? Pass through these memories. See what energy you're giving or putting in motion to these situations that are not physically there. Then you wonder why you attract this cheater or this situation that happens to you because you're somewhere else. This is what I clearly see when people go through situations. Because I've done it for myself. I allowed myself to see the way I feel about certain situations and what is occurring in my life at the present moment. What can I change? See, the alchemist goes into that position of the past and transcends the energy or the feeling as to what happened then. The ignorant stays in that energy and continues to blame whoever did what. Now, people who have gone through any form of abuse, some may say, you know, what's the way for them to handle that? First and foremost, this is where one has to draw the line as far as going to therapy or listening to readings. That's where the line has to be drawn first and foremost. Because as long as that memory is eating you up and you're still in that space of being hurt of something that happened in the past that is not happening to you physically right now, and if it is happening physically or verbally, it's because your energy is still there. You're a full-grown adult, but your vibration is in the infant body. So the first things first is if you're not able to be prepared to let that situation go energetically in regards to that memory, tarot, metaphysics, tarot is the last thing you should be involved in. or seeking guidance from, because now you're working with spirits. That shit is much stronger than any alcohol or strand of weed you could ever consume in your life. And depending on who the reader is, too, the messenger is as well. You feel me? And there's a way, yes, where personal can become therapy, but that depends on the messenger. Now, I don't have to flaunt being a psychology major, but I do utilize what I know. And that doesn't even have much to do with the way I'm able to go through, and assist someone. I grew up listening to a lot of the things that people are connected to today because of my pops. 4 or 5 years old, listening to all these different texts or books and breakdowns of how the Bible is, until I recognized, as far as inheritance, that's where my shit come from. This ain't just start. In fact, that the way he is what conceived me. I'm having a whole entire epiphany. I'm not even going to hold you. They just all showed a whole bunch of butterflies on the screen. All is well, honey. All is well. All is well. Just know, if you've ever been, tapped in with me on a personal level, it was for a particular phase. Now, basically, throw the bird off the cliff. Go fly, baby. Go fly. You know what I mean? Because the way I operate in my life in terms of universal law, I can be quite militant. That I can honestly say. And that was part of the obstacle and challenges that, I got Saturn in Capricorn, fucking 1 degree. That's full blown, use your shit now. Huh? And 1 is an Aries degree with a midheaven in Aries, a Mars in Aries. Might as well just be in Aries at this point. Then this is when I really saw what was going on in my chart, my name, my birthday, everything. I said, I'm a walking metaphysical being, literally, or planet, Mars, to be exact. Greetings, Bandera Soul Fam. So, look at that beautiful bee. One thing I can advise you on is that any form of deception is the key to unlocking yourself. 333. No matter how far wings take me, I'm always guided back here, connected for a reason, not a season. I share intuitive. 333. Yo, it's one thing about reading and doing cards and using different systems to assist the collective. That's another thing Source was telling me, that Anyone that approaches me is because they're truly ready. And that's what I honor about some of y'all who have been hesitant to an extent. To an extent. To an extent. Because I can also sense when you're holding yourself back. And being the alchemist that I am, I can feel what I feel. I also know my feelings from a collective feeling. And again, as an alchemist, I know how to remove frequencies and vibrations. I may take my time with it though, you know, because I'm not here to judge you. Each and every one of us judges ourselves. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to make decisions as to, okay, what is this that I'm feeling? Is this you, Alba, or is this, you know what I'm saying? Now, anytime I do say my name, that's a whole nother topic because it's the soul of alchemy, the something of something of the soul, something of the sun, literally, Alba, something of Ba, soul. That's another thing. It's just, I go through my whirlwind of situations and I just be like, I'm not like, they don't like. I tell myself, who are you? Who are you? You giving all the numbers. That 23, I connect that ways to my grandmother. August 23rd. Sunrise in Italian. Yeah, break of dawn. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah, and break of dawn. I can literally show you to a whole new version of yourself. This is why I say remove any frequencies and vibrations that want to remain the same respectfully. Because I overstand frequency and vibration and how that can linger into everyone else that is not aware of that. That's 337 again. Not aware of that. But you're in this space to not even have to focus on that. You know what I'm saying? This is a true portal over here now. It's a true portal over here. Dog barking again. So at the bottom of the deck that came out with surrender, the habit of people pleasing, you have surrender to divine timing. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. And I can see why sometimes we'll be there, you know, when you really look at what's being said. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. And it would differ from the ego's timing if the ego was in the adversary state. Ashe, blessings. Have an amazing day, love. I could see where the divine timing may differ from the ego's timing when the ego is not in its spiritual standpoint of the I am consciousness, being conscious of what it is that you're saying after I am, because that just becomes what is. Your justice is every time you say something after whatever you say after I am become just what it is. You know when people say it is what it is? Yeah. What it is what you said after I am. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough, according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. The energy of the universe, you see all of these galaxies, they're all in this spiral type of vibes, right? So if a goal isn't manifesting fast enough, according to your ego, be patient. Patient in Tarot Oracle messages. Well, in the Tarot is connected to Sagittarius, temperance energy. And being patient is what you do while you're waiting. So this would be an example of you cooking, adding your ingredients. You know it's not done. You're ready to consume this food. You're ready to receive this, but it's in its cooking process, so you have to wait. You're automatically going to be patient because you're not going to eat something that's not cooked, depending on what it is. Right? So there's that. Now let's look at what the stars have to say. Surrender fear. Let go of fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward, especially while you're manifesting your desires. Stay in the moment of why you're calling this in. Yes, you may be calling in finances to be wealthy, but this focus, when it says focus on the moment, what moments or memories are you able to create because of this stability? That's the focus. And, as far as your visualization processes, visualize and watch more things that allow you to feel that. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of cooking, I've been loving plantains. You had them? Yo, I just baked some with some olive oil, sweet maduros, the sweet plantains, and I literally thought of you. I said, I wonder if Joe tried it yet. If Joe gave it a shot. Forget trying. Confirmation. 341. We gotta look at that. Hold on. 341. Wait a minute. 341. 44. That's 8. Tells you to take responsibility and accountability for your own life and make your own choices and decisions. Make your own mistakes, learn from them, and be willing to take the next necessary steps to grow and evolve. Be a pioneer of your own life and be in control of your direction and life path. Yo, we really do be tag teaming. No bullshit. And we really do be tag teaming. That's why I was wondering. I said, yo, when are you going to do readings? Because, man, I think I still have a screenshot from when way back. I have to find it. What is this message here? Ooh, surrender fear. Stay in the moment, focus on solutions, and celebrate every baby step forward. Wow. The Age of Light and Lemuria. Got some real earth angels over here, huh? You've been training for this for lifetimes, so surrender the fear. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Doing what? Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Plantains are amazing, man. This lifetime, I incarnated to Dominican parents, so you already know plátanos is essential. Plátanos is essential, okay? Okay. So let's see what else here. Mentakin, Orion energy. So some of you are Starseed and Earth Angels is what this is saying here. You've been training for this for lifetimes, 343. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. You're in the age of light and you've been feeling, ready to get the I'm on out of here. But no, this you're where you're supposed to be. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Okay? Creating heaven on earth, just know what's happening. You've been longing for home, 344. Chill. What is this? Because I get a verse that normally comes up at that time. A Bible verse. Pause. 1 Corinthians 12:20. 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 25 to 27. Ain't that something? Let me. So that there will be no division or discord in the body, that is, lack of adaptation of the other parts to each other, but the parts may have the same concern for one another. And if one member suffers, all the other parts suffer. All the other parts share the suffering. If one member is honored, all rejoice with it. Now you collectively are Christ's body, and individually you are members of each with his own special purpose and function. Yo, at the time creating heaven on earth coming out here, telling you, I'm really not from this planet. Okay, 3:45 right now. 10055 on the timer. 155 is equivalent to the Ace of Swords. Clearing your mind so you can clear the path, because a clear mind is a clear path. And you can renew your mind through really switching the channel on what it is that you're feeling. So if you're feeling that you're not enough or you don't have enough, immediately switch to recognizing first and foremost, okay, you come from source. The Lord is your shepherd and you shall not lack. What is the Lord? The head of your household. What is in your head? The most heaved up space. What is the most heaved up space? Heaven. Hello? 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 Okay. Just saying. It's happening for you, not to you. Cracked open. It's happening for you to see that you're much more than what you have been indoctrinated and conditioned to see yourself as. On top of all this information that I got both from my beloved mother and father, track and field taught me a lot as well. It allowed me to put the icing on the cake of all of that. Because as soon as you tell yourself you're tired or you don't want to keep going, you running a 400, you're going to hit that wall, and hard too. That's when that lactic acid start fucking with you. Now, it usually kicks in around 350, depending on what your endurance is and what you're able to take on and how much training you've been doing. You've been training for this for a lifetime. Just listen to what I'm saying. How much training you've been doing to be able to endure these limitations or restrictions that the body may tell you is real. Because in connection to your mind, you're feeling something and you're making it real. So this, yo, this is some wild shit right now. So in making it real, as you're running this one lap and you feel that sensation, it's not new to you. You've been training for this. So what do you do when you feel that sensation? You've been training to break through once this feeling comes in that is physically designed to tell you to stop. As far as in situations when you are supposed to keep going without speaking on. So in situations where you're supposed to move and you're ready to move from one timeline to the next, you've had plenty of lessons, okay, to give you 10404, to give you the markings as to when to switch gears or when to tap into a certain structure or certain form if we're talking about running. Because as soon as that energy kicks in, what we're supposed to do in running that 400 is to hold your form. Hold your form, because when your form breaks down, essentially you're fucked. Okay, so keep at it. So when you hold on to what it is that you have been in training for this particular moment to move on from, okay? It is your form, it is the lessons, it is the cosmic nature, your connection to source that's gonna break you through that pain. Because remember, your gift is on the other side of that pain. That if you keep running, the race is 400 meters. You can't stop at 385 and say you ran the, no, you ain't finished. You ain't finished. You gotta make it through the line. With that being said, this is why Source said, yeah, enjoy your sessions with what you do here, and having a goal going to the Olympics, but you're not going to be in that ritual, my girl. you're not going to be a part of that ritual. No, we love you. We understand you enjoy it, but we don't need you in that ceremony. Though. It's not a game. The Olympics is the games, but yeah, I mean, so I still be wanting to play though. I ain't gonna hold you. So many thoughts are coming through, but let me get back to y'all. Excuse me. Listen, all of this connects. Let's look and see what surrender to effortlessness is saying. So surrender fear is telling you've been doing this for lifetimes. What you scared of? Just what you scared of? What you running from? But we'll see when we pull these tarot cards. What's going on here? Surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force it. Hey. Get grounded. Surrender to effortlessness. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. Oh, yeah. Especially if you've been in a crib a lot and you're experiencing, certain tower moments and you want to shift. Some of you may work from home. Don't neglect time in nature. You know what I'm saying? Go out, go for a walk, do what you have to do, but make sure you get out in nature. Okay? Because see how them license plates be moving. They be coming through with messages and letting you know, we got you. Enjoy where you're at now. Focus more on the now so it can recalibrate you. Look at that. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Because while you're running on the treadmill, you're running, it's basically a hamster wheel. Because the scene ain't changing. Right? And don't none of y'all ain't here get all smart talking about, but I got the screen that changes scenario. No, we ain't talking about that. And no, you need that's still being on that's still being on the treadmill. Okay, let's see what else. Highly sensitive empaths connect with nature. We have don't dim to fit in coming up after that. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Ideally enough, the next card over is surrender the habit of people pleasing. But I'm going to pull one more here. Surrender to, we got two. As I was, it answered my question because I said, boy, if we get another question, this is something serious. Surrender to effortlessness. And the first card here is a question. What are you clinging on to? The crumbling, followed by the council of light. Divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. Give me some grass on track. Listen. You see that? The crumbling, the council of light. Yeah, you've really done this before because some of you are part of this council of light, especially with Lemuria. And then what was it? Mintakin. Some of your star family is Orion. You may have Gemini in your chart. Let me see. Divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. Okay. This is evidently a tower. So as far as when something is arriving for you to bring forth stability, they want you to connect more with the enjoyment of having the stability. Because with stop pushing so hard, they're showing me where they're breaking down structures or towers that are connected to your previous way of thinking. Okay? Don't dim to fit in because you're part of the council of light. That's somebody wanting to put a shooting star in a cup or a comet in a cup. Man, listen. Yeah, see, this is how they coming through as it relates to whatever you're clinging to. Do you see him? Not playing. Especially as it relates to lessons well learned. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. 2 cards. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Followed by unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. And this will help you with surrendering the habit. Habits has to do with 6th house. You may want to see where what rules your 6th house, or what planets you have in a 6th house, as this may be where you tend to energetically move through a people-pleasing nature. And then you have Priestess. Your vibration is rising, is peeping through here. Which card is this? The Pillar of Light. Yeah, you a pillar. Some of you are legit pillars in a human body. You have here Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Let's see. Yeah. How are you being called to step up and lead? And Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. This is the way it comes through here. Yep. See, Council of Light. And this is effortless for you to do too, especially with the new moon in Aquarius, about you stepping into your uniqueness. Just let go. It's especially if you're someone who does readings, or you're a messenger, whatever you do as far as freestyling. Whatever this is that's coming up as an idea, or whatever you're feeling, go, just let it go. Don't be too practical, or you know what I'm saying? Don't put it in a box where you're wondering if this is okay for people to hear. Unless you want some shit where in that other video where I had to go off when it comes to people playing around with this, because that's also a mission of mine. That's a different story. But in that essence, I'm still mindful of my words, because I know 1331. We're just going to leave it there. We're just going to leave it there. Okay. But yeah, Council of Light, Pillar of Light. Pillar, Council of Light. Council, Pillar. Some of you are definitely here to counsel people. Let me put these together real quick. I want to see what this is saying here. Let me go to this other Starseed card. Nope, this is not it. Tag. Yeah, that was my shit when I was younger. What? Playing tag? Well, you're not catching me. You're not catching me, bro. Nope, not me. I didn't last being it because we catching everybody. What? Yeah, let me tell you something. I'm just picturing those days of being on a swing, but standing up on a swing and really getting that momentum. Yo, I was not that one jumping off no swing though. Never in the life. Nope. I don't need another. I don't need another wound on my head. I got a whole V on my head. And you know what they used to call me in junior high? Vegeta. That shit used to piss me off until I recognized. Wait a minute, that's Vega. That's Vega. You ain't fucking with Vegeta. 115.50 on a timer. It's because I got this V on my forehead. Oh, I was not intending to do. This is interesting because I have coffee grinds here. I can see a feline's face, more so ET. It's showing me two V's. So you know those what do you call those? Those flags that you see at car washes with the that. So you know how Mo is this way? It's showing up this way. Orion. Oh shit. Orion moot flags signals. Hmm. Guess we want to be doing more of those, huh? Mm-hmm. Let's see. Lifting the veil. Questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. That showed up on the message on Instagram. Aligning one's life. What needs to change that is not in alignment? So the Council of Light, Pillar of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Subtle Realms, they're asking you to question everything. Everything. What feels as though your energy is pulled in a different direction, this would come through as something that is forced, or you're forcing yourself to do it. They want you to, that's something that has to go. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. This is coming through as, that's weak. Buffalo Eagle. Buffalo Wild Wings. You see that? You see it? Something about Buffalo Wild Wings and the number of that building. It has a very profound message for you. Your vibration is rising as far as your lifetime, your experience in the lifetime of Lemuria. You feel this is for those of you who consider yourselves solely earth angels, but in this message, um, some of you here are literally both star seeds and earth angels. Earth angels having more incarnations here on the planet, specifically Lemuria, heaven on earth, and the star seed energy will be from a different galaxy. And here in this lifetime, okay, as the pillar of light to raise the vibration of the collective by you stepping into your uniqueness or what you consider as weird or your supernatural ways, weird, WYRD. Loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. And for some of you, the number on the thing there was 12033. We have Hadarian. This could also be where you're from, Hadarian. Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries when it comes to your love. The love, the way that you give love, where you're giving love in terms of people pleasing. It's time to set boundaries on that. Coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. And you have baby steps. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. Baby steps here speaks of action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Because your intuition strikes off this feeling, and this feeling is what's connected to source. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. So in regards to setting the boundary, you can feel where you have to set boundaries, but you may be putting yourself in a position where you come into a lower density, okay, because you don't want to loosen your grip and rise as you're in alignment to your vibration here as the oracle. So as this oracle, you do have to get into this higher state where you're observing this from a much bigger perspective, riding through the storms, Buffalo Eagle, riding through the storms so you can see the higher vantage point. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. 12207. Yeah, some of you are definitely from a different galaxy, birthing of a new age, dreaming a new world into being. But in order to do this, this is being clarified by surrender the habit of people pleasing. I'm hearing you are not your familiars. You are not your family. This is your family, the one that you were born into, fourth house, your first initiation as far as it having to do with tribes. That will be your initial family, but you are not them. It's something as similar as to in this world, but not of it. And what they're saying is it's being able to say that from a space of love, because it's very easy to allow the adversary ego to say, I'm in this world, but not of it. I've done it. I get it. I see where that can come from. But that can also block you from the Kundalini rising. And the reason why it blocks you from the Kundalini rising, because all of your chakras have to be activated for that Kundalini to rise, for that serpent to rise, for that wisdom to become one with you, for you to fully awaken to it. Although you do have some people who do activate the Kundalini, but then this is when they're struggling with certain situations physically within the body. That shit ain't no joke, for real. That is not a game. Weight of the world, boundaries. Again, boundaries. Okay, let's look at that. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. Weight of the world. Yeah, see, there you go, babe. In the world, but not of it. You may have been carrying the weight of the world. You may have, this could, let's say you got Sagittarius in your chart. This could be where you have Sagittarius between 20 and 29 degrees. This is where you'll feel that or experience that. And instead of, the Ten of Wands speaks of doing things that people say you cannot do. And instead of overcoming that, you sit with that response from others their choice and their thoughts and feelings when you have your own and you disregard your own, and now you're people pleasing. Your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. Yeah, it really is. I mean, really is. Your life is certainly a canvas, and you create with your feelings. Yeah. This is why when it comes to, let's say, alcohol and weed, it can literally quantum leap you to certain timelines, but where exactly? You know what I'm saying? Because it'll give you this liquid courage to do certain things, and you wake up and you're like, fuck, yeah, because but obviously there is a way to utilize it, and you shift into a timeline that you really want to be in, but not, utilizing that as your main tool to do so. This song right now is usually what people would say when they're taking a shot. Pa arriba, pa dentro, y pa el centro. To the top, to the inside and within. Pa arriba, pa abajo, pa el centro, pa dentro. Pa arriba, up, pa abajo, down, pa el centro, center, pa dentro, within you. You saying some shit. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. Yeah, especially if you're carrying the weight of the world here. These physical, mundane things that are occurring within the human experience without wanting to evolve is what you got to let go of, because you come from a console of light. I'm getting that some of you are also going to be receiving a lot more clearer messages within your dream state as to what is going to happen next. Yeah, you definitely here on a double mission, all right. Light worker, Starseed, serve the world by being you. It's well explained right there. Okay. Thank you for that, my dear. Split the deck we have. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Wild card. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards and wild card. You're being given a shooting star right now. Because under that, you have messenger. Serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. Some of you have been seeing or been approached by other people's pets in a way. For instance, I was on a walk and this lady has a puppy German Shepherd. It stops and pauses, stares at me, and then it just sits. I said, shit. So something of that effect where you could be seeing more wolves and dogs, because the Sirius is contacting you. It's letting you know that the portal is open as far as many doors that you can decide on to retrieve your rewards from. So this is on some go big or go home. Nothing is in your way. Dreaming a new world into being. So these Aquarian vibes right now is hitting. I ain't even gonna hold you. Let me put, what was this? It was here. This was at the top of the deck, and this was here. Don't dim to fit in. When you a console of the light, dimming to fit in when you part of the console of light, I'm getting that this is where you feel those shocks in your body that make you feel real uncomfortable. It's much deeper than an ascension symptom. It's more so wake your ass up. Stop playing. Yeah. Sirius is moving the way State Farm do. As a good neighbor, State Farm is there. As a good neighbor, Sirius is there. They letting you pick the field goal for the win. Tell me more about this energy. Age of Light, Lemuria. What do you want them to know, Source? Moon in Sagittarius. 9 of Wands is now 1:31:13 on the timer. Some of you still have wounds from when Lemuria was destroyed. But you're back here in terms of cleansing out that wound. The wounded warrior, wounded healer. They're saying right now that that was just more so having to do with chapters of the book of where you are at now. Previous chapters of the book that you're in now. Let's see. The Hangman, look at that. As a previous example used before. Yeah, this Hangman is speaking to healing, rehab, restoration. Now, for when I say rehab, this could even be, allowing your spirituality to rejuvenate you through conscious awareness of the subconscious, of your true authority of healing. Authority 417, healing, the star. You were definitely made for this. Because now I'm seeing, they're still showing me someone in this. Why did this happen to me? Energy, because you asked to experience this. That's as simple as that. But it's very easy for one to ignore it. Why? Because of still of the indoctrination or the perception that this savior is outside of oneself or through an apology from someone. No. Especially if someone has gone through situations where you're expecting someone to apologize, you specifically wanted to come down here and experience that energy so that way you can step into self-forgiveness, because that's the whole point of it. What's this? 4 of Pentacles. This ain't telling no lies now. Holding on here. Holding on to being used. Sun and Capricorn, 4 of Pentacles. And then we have here, this was the purpose. Aries, Queen of Wands, which has to do with one's life purpose, being social. Some of you have stopped yourself from connecting with others and isolated yourself to a point where you're like, no, fuck everybody. Nah. So it's like, all right. So if that's the case, then you're disconnected from me too. That's what Source said. Let's clarify. Seven of Pentacles. Let's see. What's at the bottom? Five of Pentacles. As I'm looking at creating heaven on earth, what heaven on earth are you creating? Because that's what's happening. What thoughts are you connecting to a feeling? Because that's what's happening. As quickly as you change your mind, which is what the tower moments are designed for, you see the tower hitting that crown. As soon as you change, go through that enlightenment and sudden awakening, you can change the choices that you make. You can change the feeling. Seven of Pentacles, Saturn and Taurus, obstacles and challenges as it relates to your truth. I have. I'm hearing that conversation of I have a problem with whatever. That you giving ownership to that problem. Where's the solution? Where's the solution? Because as far as creating heaven on earth, you're making sense of what the intuition is telling you practically not to make sense of, because logically it's going to only connect to what you see ahead of you. Because as far as science, science proves situations through what you can see. This is why they have a hard time measuring things that cannot be seen. I'm pretty sure some of y'all can guess what that is. I mean, you can see it here, but the tower. Just so you can see. $717. Collectively, the tower moment was when the North Node went into Aries. North Node has to do with the head. All right. Feeding oneself to nourish that aspect of themselves, their life force, their persona, who they are, the I am. But as far as creating heaven on earth, the head, what are you creating? What are you hungry for? Are you truly hungry for changing your life, or are you hungry for more experiences that you've been complaining about? 422. Put two and two together, baby. 8 of Wands. And things will move much smoother for you. Mercury and Sagittarius. Yeah, as soon as you change your perception here is when the change is going to happen immediately. And to see this, and then you have portal wild card. Yeah. Let's not play, y'all. Let's not play with this energy and just give it away to something that's not going to benefit you. Okay. What this is saying, if we were able to give you everything you're asking for, so you can be at this state of bliss, but all you have to do is focus on your feelings and transmuting any pain to power for the next 7 days. That if something, as far as a feeling comes by that is not in alignment to joy and abundance, and you quickly change it immediately without giving yourself another 10 seconds to logically process that feeling and creating more stories as to why something's not happening. If you were asked that all you had to do for the next 7 days was to allow yourself to feel the joy and abundance of receiving everything you asked for, would you do it? It's really that simple. Shit, I would. I am. Because as soon as you shift that perception of yours, your feelings shift, so will your reality. Because as far as what's the secret to manifestation, feeling. Use your power wisely. 424 Osiris or Asar 14. Use your power wisely. And that polarity between I think Gemini and I see Sagittarius, this is where this is coming in too, as far as emotions connected to memories. What are you seeing that is not in alignment to a feeling of acceptance and joy that you can change? Because that would be the only thing that's getting in the way right now. Surrender to effortlessness. What are you clinging to? How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Because you're connected to divine orchestration. You have helpers in the subtle realms. You can feel them. You're highly sensitive at this time. They're asking you to connect more with nature. But what are you clinging to that's not allowing you to walk through this threshold and connect with nature? You see it there on the other side. We have King of Cups. What are you clinging on to? King of Cups could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Pisces energy would speak to your level of faith or belief. Scorpio, desire, deep, intense emotions, and shared resources. Cancer, the home, your roots, ancestors. What are you clinging on to? Because this is showing through the way you take action. Mars energy, because this is a masculine energy, King of Cups, King of emotions, the kingdom of your emotions, the kingdom of your feelings. What are you holding on to, clinging to, that's preventing you from surrendering to effortlessness? And this effortlessness is going to bring in the helpers that are in the subtle realms that are going to assist you with this divine orchestration. But this thing here you're clinging to, if it has to do with home, shared resources, deep, intense emotions, faith, all of it together. What use is it going to have? What use is it going to have as it relates to you evolving? What use? Use has to do with 10th house, Capricorn energy, also connected to tradition, structure. How are you utilizing your feelings here? That's what this is. What feelings are you clinging on to that's putting you where you're at? Just put it this way, where you're at has to do with feelings you're clinging to. Whether if it's home, a person, a faith system, belief system rather. We got Ace of Wands and the Three of Swords. Welcome, Pantera Sofa Fatima. With the Three of Wands. Ace of Wands with the Three of Swords. Saturn again, Saturn in Libra. This would be wanting to bring people into this new world you're creating, the birthing of a new age you're creating, when you should be more so at a stage of doing this on your own for this particular process. Because you understand the codes and the blueprints as to the way this is going to be built. This would be holding on to something that you would, let's say if you're building something, right? Like an actual building. This would be a substance that is not to be in this foundation, because if it is, it can easily make whatever it is that you're building crumble. 144.33 on the timer. So whatever this element or this substance is, we have air, fire, and water here. Whatever this is you're clinging to is not allowing you to connect with the natural state of the ebb and flow. This would be the example of, instead of allowing the culmination of understanding your 12 disciplines, or your 12 houses, to evolve into seeing, this would be going from the 12th back into what you know is exactly that puts you in a state to have to go to rehab. Instead of going through that process of rejuvenation and allowing yourself to blossom renewed. Three of Swords again. For some of you, this is strongly connected to shared resource, intense emotions that you have towards someone you shared resources with, however that fits. Ooh. Ooh. Mango passion. Two of Cups. Definitely someone that you are either no longer with or used to be with. You still clinging on to this energy. And then we have the Hangman. Well, let me tell you now, the Hangman was over here clarified by this here Tower. So whether you're prepared to no longer cling to this, gladly seeing what's occurring here, you have no choice but to. Because that timeline that you were on is so past due that it really doesn't even exist. The Fool. Yeah, you taking a leap of faith is inevitable at this point. And some may fear taking this. This is literally starting over, going from the 12th house to the first house, being rejuvenated and refreshed, and now ready to come out from the depths, from the other realms, or experiencing the fruition of your imagination. The Fool. Aries energy, first house vibes. Ready to take on the world with this newfound zest for life. See what's at the top. Two cards came out. Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. For some of you, there could be a Virgo that is spying on some of you, or someone you used to work with. And this is the energy that you're feeling. So in terms of whatever this is in your external environment that is, why this is coming through as remotely viewing you. Let me see, hold on. I want to look at this clearly. So the way I'm seeing this Tower moment is literally happening due to an ancestor noticing what's around you that is watching you and projecting some form of energy that has to do with a contract you've already released. Because the Knight of Pentacles is going towards the Page of Swords. Let me see. The Hierophant. That's where remote viewing comes from, because this person is quite up there when it comes to their esoteric, metaphysic, spiritual way of being, to a point that they're not aware of it. They're not aware of their ability, but they're using it, and it's time for one to know what they're doing. You can't just be out here oblivious and just doing shit. Age of knowing, age of intention. What's the reason? What's the purpose? Clarify. And for some of you, this is a Virgo that's literally watching you or spying on you or wanting to see if you're if wanting to see if you're doing well from different aspects. One is a lower vibration, obviously, that they don't want you to move on and be happy without them, but that's not up to them. And another would be someone really just looking in to see, if you're really okay. This that came out, Queen of Wands in reverse. Nine of Swords. So it's definitely something that's intervening with your process here. For some of you, this is a habit of yours. As far as this physical person or being showing itself, it's connected to a toxic habit you may have. With Queen of Wands, Aries energy, this is what causes you to dim your light, what causes you to hold yourself back. Because with don't dim to fit in, yeah, it's time to release that. Where you may feel as though you're bringing forth dissatisfaction toward others by being yourself. Okay. Then you go to surrender the habit of pleasing. This is why this is why your spirit guides and this ancestors surrounding you, because they're well aware of this energy. They're well aware of what this blockage is. This could have been something, let's say they were into the metaphysics and they were mystics themselves, but they had to hide. And they're a part of you, so it's in your DNA. But you're in this age of where the Christ consciousness is not one person. 333 on the show thing over here. This is the age where it's not just one person being, the spiritual leader. It's the collective. Clarify. Show me this. Rather, surrender the habit of people pleasing. Queen of Swords, air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Ooh, this feels amazing. I'm feeling the lift. Ashe. Mm. Something looks completely different now. The reality is shifting. The releasing of soul patterns I'm feeling it right now. Not just one person with gifts, but all of us knowing our gifts. Yeah. Yep. That's what it says. You'll do greater things than I. That's what he said. I'm constantly so drawn to the biblical text because it's, I can feel that Mary of Nazareth energy when I go that route, the bleeding heart, because that's exactly what it is. Because people are not aware of what's truly being said in there, and the heart bleeds from that. Yeah. But what I'm feeling right now is the rise from it. At least, see, just with one of you in here connecting to that vibration 44, 440, connecting to that vibration of rising up and raising your vibration, that's taking care of thousands. Because that's what it stated in terms of the heart and love and how high of a vibration that it is. And one to, I don't know what the exact ratio is, 155, 55, but it's pretty high for one person to raise their vibration to love and the connection it has to thousands. It's pretty high. Queen of Wands. Look at Queen of Swords is the polar opposite energy to this Queen of Wands that's here. Hold on, let me. This is. Hold on. I'm hearing there's a Virgo or Mercurial ancestor or spirit guide, Thoth Hermes, that's assisting you when it comes to any significant partnerships that have this connection to you. And the connection has to do with the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords has to do with swords in the heart, the bleeding heart. Okay. Because peep game. What is she sending out there? Because obviously that's who this is. So earth sign, air sign could be of significance here as it relates to what you're clinging on to. Something that occurred. It doesn't have to be the person. Something that occurred or transpired with this person that you have to detach from and accept. Because something about that is transcending into where you may have people pleasing habits. 6422, 6423 on the screen. Six, 422, and it's 442. Mm. 6422 in gematria. Anytime the codes get too difficult to understand or you get stuck, refresh. Refresh the statistics, the gematria statistics, and look for new patterns. Real truth is she is the real queen. Stephanie, Virginia, Marie, Dan is the name the devils do not want you talking about. This joint said billions stolen from the American taxpayers to make fake clouds every day instead of setting up a national tuition and healthcare fund. Well, shit. Okay. I cannot be with the man who carries demons gladly. I can be with the man as he finds God, however. I hear that. The collective greet you and accept your willingness to be a channel for the divine wisdom. Ashe. Ah. Awakening will sequentially recode the 12 golden sun disk. Yeshua smiles. As above, so below. Okay. Okay. Grand evening, beloved. Yeah. It was just 4:44. I go through so many shifts and then vibrational changes every time I do a reading. That's another thing about those pauses. I'm recalibrating immediately. So that's another thing. That as soon as you receive these downloads and you upload them and to utilize them, it can happen instantly. It does happen instantly. Let's see. Surrender the habit of people pleasing when it comes to significant partnerships. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius with the Queen of Swords. This could also have something to do with your polar opposite sign of your rising sign, as far as where you are releasing soul patterns, the energy and connected to in connection to it. We have the Hierophant coming through here. It's a lot. What is happening right now? Let me see something. What is this going on right now? What is going on right now? The dolphin, the camel. I feel that. What is going on right now? What is this feeling? The panther. This is on point now. As far as y'all letting go. Get that workout in there. Ashe. 447. We went from 337 to 447. 70. 77. Spirit is definitely here. The spirit of the panther is here. Yep. Yeah. It's the purge. Okay. Releasing the oyster, the purge, as far as what's been an obstacle for you to take the lid off. 20323 to take the lid off and connect to the pearl, your hidden treasure. Then you have the frog. Clearing, cleansing, healing. That heart chakra. Listen, whatever you're feeling right now, capitalize on that. Okay. What is this? Tell me more. 20404. The nightingale. And the owl. Ooh. What they want me to mention is the owl's flight. When it's in flight, in comparison to When an owl's in flight, because I'm not gonna compare. When an owl's in flight, you can't hear them wings flapping as you do with other birds. When the owl's in flight, you don't hear shit. Them flaps be real mute. So in regards to your wings and your ascension, your quantum leaping, there's a shift in timeline for sure. Astral travel, caution needed. Number 3, Jupiter and divine will, letting go of fear. Yeah, 3-3 right there. 312. That's 9 of cups. Fulfillment of wishes. Okay. Show me this. Love and light, act with care, 26. Ground your light. It showed up in reverse here. The reason why ground your light is coming through here in reverse and why you may not be allowing your soul to shine has to do with an emotional challenge here that we are resolving as it relates to the past energy signature in the present. Resolving the issue. What energy you want them to connect to resolve this issue? The turtle, which has to do with grounding. Ancient soul, ground that ancient soul. You've been training for this for lifetime. This is going back to the beginning of this, where you have all of the tools, all of the codes, all of the blueprints to break through when the going gets tough. Just hold your form, hold on to what you know, hold on to source. If you're gonna hold on to anything, not even cling to it, hold on to it, which holding, they're saying, is your knowing that you are in connection to source. All this is taken care of here. At home in yourself, go on an adventure. Okay, so that's what this is saying here with 13. We have to look at our galactic signature. Is the yellow galactic human, guided by the power of intelligence, brings order to chaos by harmonizing in order to influence. Strong word there for Aquarius. The affirmation, I harmonize in order to influence, modeling wisdom. What is the appearance of you showing yourself that you have overcome a lesson? One has to do with accepting the detachment, but what's the version of wisdom you physically embodying the wisdom? Let me see something. I seal the process of free will with the galactic tone of integrity. Truth. That's the truth. I am guided by the power of intelligence. Let me. You could be in a wave spell if you are aware of your galactic signature, the wave spell of the red serpent. To call forth the resonance of your true vibration as far as the wave spell of the red serpent. This has to do with passion, sexual energy, life force, vitality, sensing, body wisdom, instinct, creativity, serpent, integration, intimacy, motivation, desire, kundalini, purification. This energy invites the purifying spark of the sacred fire, the kundalini, to align and integrate your body, mind, and spirit. Red serpent can help you uncover Red serpent can help you uncover apparent blockages in the specific chakras to clear and align them. If you are working on a process of purification, invite red serpent to assist you. Red serpent symbol is the serpent representing healing and wholeness. What are your relationships teaching you? What are the obstacles? To see what your relationships are teaching you and what are the obstacles, it's the white world bridger qualities. Boop, boop, boop. That's me. I'm a white world bridger. Change, transformation, release, multidimensional consciousness, surrender, revelation, death, rebirth, transmutation, forgiveness, humility. If you find yourself disturbed by or denying any painful processes, be willing to look at how you might embrace death. Death is a natural part of transformation. Sometimes we are brought to experience symbolic death, such as loss, divorce, illness, or separation from others. Embrace these seemingly dark or difficult experiences. They will release you from attachments and expectations, clearing you to more fully receive the light. If you find yourself in a dark corner of depression or despair, White World Bridger offers you a way out. Allow your burdens to be lifted into sweet release and forgiveness of White World Bridger. Don't give up. There's always someone somewhere who can help you. Reach out to a loved one, a therapist, or myself, and know that you are confident, supported, and love's unconditional embrace. Yes. That's why. Okay. Okay. There's that. Then you have the tiger. Lunar force, ease in darkness, feminine energy. Okay. Now, wasn't the Hierophant here? Okay. Two of Wands. Mars in Aries. Queen of Swords, Hierophant, Mars in Aries. Surrender the habit of people pleasing, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. This came out in reverse, but notice this the synchronicity here. That once you ground your light, it allows you to make the decision that aligns you with the Hierophant. And here it is described as the following. As you search for your divine truth, you create frameworks of belief that help you to expand your consciousness and ground your faith into this reality. If you've been stuck in an old tradition or structured way of acting or being that is no longer serving you, it is time to let it fall away in order to make space for a better version of you. The Hierophant serves as a gateway between divine source and the seeker. So be open to new paradigms, perspectives, and teachers in your life. Look to the patterns around you and strive to understand your own internal compass. Know that while there is a wisdom in the teachings of the mystics, the voice of your own heart is the one voice that matters the most. Find the wisdom of the heavens within. The Hierophant says, I am my own guru, and the guidance I need is rooted in my faith, my belief, and my unique essence. Perfect, because that is also speaking to the new moon Aquarius, that your uniqueness is going to bring rewards. Yes. Let's clarify this as we wind on down. Five of Cups. With the swallows, see, yeah, this is definitely speaking to someone who is on the other side. Okay, the message here is also saying some of you have, loved ones on the other side that you may have felt left too soon. No, they did what they were supposed to do. They just created a connection with you in order for them to be able to assist you, for you to recognize their energy and their presence, their vibration. So that way from the other side, you can pay attention to when they're actually assisting you or when they're around you, without doubt. With this Five of Cups and the Six of Swords, especially when it comes to moving forward out of murky waters into stable waters. Because anytime you see swallows, this has to do with the presence of a loved one that's on the other side. Some of you are in some real deep work here when it comes to past lives, ancestors, loved ones on the other side. And I'm getting, it's an energy of, they knew exactly what they came here to do. To bring, okay. They were the sockets for your plug when you are here now. Huh. Six of Swords is Mercury in Aquarius, which Mercury is also there. And this has to do with connection to cosmic networks, your star family. Because what I'm getting is that they have established the bricks or the layers. This is going to be weird for some who are not tapped into this level of it yet. But some of y'all are going to see these people on the other side again. In terms of you feeling their presence strongly through someone else and they are working with you. And you'll notice this because it'll if there's any other ounce of grief you're connected to, this is where it literally leaves you. I even that Empress, Star Empress, somebody from Venus. Or some of you do have a connection to Lucifer, the light bringer. You have some very strong abilities. Yes, you do. I'm gonna leave you here. Yeah, they're gonna take you out of this. In terms of expect a miracle, you see that there? 511, Five of Pentacles, and a Justice card. They're going to balance out whatever has to change that may still feel uncomfortable. The World and the Eight of Pentacles. Expect callbacks from a career of higher pay, any legal situations resolved, any health issues that you're experiencing closed out. So it is. Again, I'm getting that message of the purification of the blood. Releasing the soul patterns. What do you want me to say? He said it's inside degrees. Let me read inside degrees. Okay, I was wondering when that was going to kick in. Aquarius 20. A fine silk thread strung across a chasm. Inward intention counts for everything. Outward results do not matter. You are dropped into remote places to be a subtle glue, a connecting intelligence just along the inside. Upon the outside, nothing happens. A tenuous sensibility stays tuned to subtle frequencies with celestial dispassion. You are remarkably absent from the daily rough and tumble of what seems to go on around you. Inexplicably and improbably, you indwell in otherness and alienness that consciously has no idea what it is doing. But when you are around other people, find that there are blessings, breakthroughs, protections, an odd phenomenon, adding up to the impression that one is touched by something marvelous and weird, as in supernatural. Being an empty, open vessel for the cosmic and inhabiting foreground consciousness, not at all. Just being there, nothing else is asked. Yeah. I'm reading on the energy of the collective. This is what you all embody. This is your ability. So it's really time to answer your deepest calling. With this new moon in Aquarius 2/21/12, truly allow yourself to step outside the box. 5:05 on the clock. Allow yourself to step outside the box. You're more than ready. You have literally been waiting for this moment and many other moments to come for significant, transformations or transitional periods. But here, right now, is a major shift for you all. And being that magician and bringing in, what it is that you ask for, the same way a wish is granted when you receive a wishing star. Hakuna Matata. Ten of Wands. Seven of Cups. The Hermit. And the Nine of Pentacles in front of the Two of Pentacles. That's 11. So yeah, this is definitely speaking of, you take your pick. You take your pick, but you're going to have to come down from that mountain, some of you here. It's time to really receive. 2/22/44. See what I mean about these here ancestors? See them in the back? And you see these wands, they have the shape of the South Node symbol. As far as you are attaining all of these amazing gifts and abilities that have to do with past generations, but it's time to release any patterns that connects more to being afraid to really experience life as this magical being that you really all are here. Well, let's finalize this with a cosmic message. Strength. It's time for you to pop out. 30. Number 3, Jupiter, world within worlds. That speaks of you having the cosmos within you, that everything you create is based off of your connection to your own universe within you. Let me see here. It's this one. Okay. Hmm. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. This card comes to you to remind you of your inner strength and courage. Although you may be feeling weary and hopeless at this time, do not lose faith and heart. You are a lot stronger than you realize. Moving through this chapter of your life, you will understand the lesson of having to release your inner resistance and fears. By uncovering your true strength, you'll have the courage to move through it with clarity, understanding, and compassion. Your prayers for strength have been heard. Release all fears that are blocking spiritual guidance. Breaking down walls will help you see, dear one, all the synchronicities and signs communicated to you. The spirit teachers of love and light wish only to serve the highest greatness for all, to offer guidance, love, and reminders of what you already hold within yourself. You hold so much strength, courage, determination, and perseverance. The first step is uncovering and embracing your true strength to accept your current state, whether it is vulnerability, powerlessness, emotional fragility, or weakness. The second step is surrendering to that universal life force of love. Allow the third step, empowerment, to flow into your life naturally. Strength and empowerment will come. Use this chapter to find your deepest source of strength, to renew your faith, and be all that you truly are, a spiritual warrior living in conscious freedom. I love that. The prayer: Great Spirit, guide me through this period. Give me the insight, courage, and strength I need to cultivate the source of strength already within me. Great Spirit, guide me through this period. Give me the insight, courage, and strength I need to cultivate the source of strength already within me. Great Spirit, guide me through this period. Give me the insight, courage, and strength I need to cultivate the source of strength already within me. The associated chakras are the sacral and solar plexus. And the message from your psyche, World Within Worlds, number 36. Yes. Peace comes within the souls of men when they realize, peace comes within the souls of the collective when they realize their oneness with the universe. When they realize it is really everywhere, it is in each one of us, by the Black Elk. This card serves as a reminder to look within yourself for answers. It's wonderful that you're so open to the opinions of others, but be discerning. Use your inner knowing to decipher and interpret what feels right for you. Many look for source of all life outside themselves, but if you truly wish to connect to that greater pool of conscious love, look within. Inside you, the cosmic universe spans with inner worlds and stars, yes, inside you. You are master and creator of the worlds and galaxies within you. How you are as that creator ultimately affects the outer world that you are also a part of. See yourself as the greater body and within you the cell that also needs to hold its vibrations in healthy light. You, as a creative master, can affect your cells or worlds by your thoughts, actions, and words. Raising the healthy light of your cells raises your own vibrational light, thus raising the planetary light as a whole. Where was this? Yep. If a cell in your body is imbalanced or sick, that sickness slowly starts to spread to the rest of your body. See the earth as a cell in the body of universal energy. It is vital that the vibration of this earth is raised to positively affect this greater universal body. You are a creative God of infinite power and light. The more you come to understand this truth, the more you'll be amazed by the power you hold as an individual to manifest and bring about peace, wholeness, and change. Affirmation: I am love expanding and growing in power, clarity, and truth. I am love expanding and growing in power, clarity, and truth. I am love expanding and growing in power, clarity, and truth. Associated chakras: heart, third eye, and crown. And my loves, that is your message for this new moon in Aquarius. Hold up. Did we just? Yeah. Oh, so that energy that was coming in when we was pulling the animal cards is because it was approaching that 20 degrees, that newness. Mm-hmm. Because it went exact at 4:58. It's 5:15. That was around that 4:44 mark. Wow. Okay. So there it is. Grand's new moon in Aquarius. Enjoy. Ciao.